Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel. Last night I received the Wandering Moon Tarot. So I picked this deck up at a bit of a discount because it was one of the damaged decks, but there's not much wrong with it. It has a little ding here, a little ding there, and that going on there. Perfectly good deck with just some little dings on the box. I'm okay with that. Okay, in the package, she sent this little pendulum board, which is a nice size, good enough to work with. And then this beautiful art has all these little symbols on the side. I don't know if you're picking it up or not. Really pretty. And also this card right here that shows some of the art, and then on the back, announcing her new deck. Now I keep saying her, but I haven't actually told you who she is. Her name is Rachel Jean, and she goes by the Wandering Moon Co. on Instagram and Etsy. So let's get to talking about the deck. It comes in this beautiful box, two-piece box. It has little notches for your fingers, easy to pull apart. On the inside of the box, it has this beautiful art, full moon and new moon. Very nicely done. Even has it on the side. And then I don't know if you can see this or not, but it actually, I don't know, can you see it? It actually glitters a little bit. There's some special stuff going on in there, which I think is just gorgeous. So let's get into the cards. So this is an 81 card tarot deck. It includes some additional cards in here. And the deck itself is a beautiful matte finish. It is 350 GSM stock with matte lamination. She states that it is super dreamy to shuffle. I don't know because I haven't shuffled it yet. I got it in last night, took a look at it, took a look at the art book or the guidebook, and was just going over some of the art. And I'm doing this because I am hoping that it'll pick up some of the glittery parts in the card backs. Really pretty. And then here we've got this going on. Can you see it? Ooh, look at that. So pretty, guys. So I wanted a deck that had very simple art, that had basic symbology, not a full Rider-Waite-Smith deck as far as the full like drawing or artwork of the cards, but symbology. And this deck provided what I wanted. I wanted a deck that I could sit with on days where I just wanted to shuffle and look at cards and do a quick reading, or on those days where you're just not feeling up to par, but you don't want an actual like RWS style deck. I don't know if I'm making any sense when I'm saying this, but that's what I wanted, and this is what I got within this deck. The guidebook is 192 pages. It has a little about the deck right here. It has a table of contents. It has a section about using the deck and the guidebook. It does have some tarot spreads, a lot of 3-card spreads, which I feel like for this deck is just beautiful. It's perfect. She also has a spread for an interview with the deck and Am I Ready to Wander? She goes over basics like what is the major arcana and then what is the minor arcana, which is fantastic. So we'll get a little bit deeper into the guidebook after we do a quick flip through of the deck. Before doing the flip through, 2 of the suits have been changed. So we have the wands and we do have the swords, but the cups are moons and pentacles are stars. But the quality is just, oh, I don't know if that picked it up. Oh my goodness, it just shines so pretty. I'm into all the blingy things lately. I did that tag about your blingy tarot decks, and this would kind of fall under it with all of this. So the Fool is this beautiful image of this person just like diving. She's just taking a dive. She is completely going for it here. The Magician, and I love the way that she has the symbols on her hands. Very nicely done. The High Priestess, the Empress, And as you can see, there's still symbology in here. You just, you know, it's simple, it's elegant, it's nice without being, I don't know, corny, I guess. I don't know how to put it correctly, but here's the Hierophant, the Lovers. And again, if you look, I don't know if you can see that, you have the symbology and the Chariot. This Hermit, I like the Hermit. Look at it. She found a spot and she is just, she, he, they, on this hill with their lantern and sitting, just observing, just taking it all in. I think this is so pretty. The Wheel of Fortune, just gorgeous. I love this art. What a beautiful card. Strength, showing that balance. The Hanged Man is actually the moon. Death, very simple, gets the point across. Temperance, I really like this. You have the balance, and then you have this growth going up because of that, like rising up because of it. And that kind of, this one, I don't know why, but it just struck me when I've been working with the she-wolf, and the temperance card just kind of struck me when it came to seeing that with the mountains coming up. Not that the not that the she-wolf has mountains, but it just the meaning of the cards. And here's the Devil. You have the horns here. The Tower, I really like this. The crystal, and you see right here, that's a window right there on that crystal. I really like that. The Star, and she's reaching up for it. The Moon, I like that the crystals are those columns that you would normally see on the RWS. And the Sun, you know, I have a picture. It's from some ruins over here in Arizona, and it is from the inside of some indigenous housing that is still up, and the picture is through like this area here, and that reminded me of this, the sun just bursting through this broken open, you know, like things are going to come in, they're going to shine, it's there. And here's Judgment, the World, the New Moon. See, now here she has the new moon and she has the full moon. So those are some of your additional cards. Let me hold these up so you can see them side by side. So there's a new moon and the full moon, which I think is super cool. Now, I think I'm just going to leave them in because I can use the meaning of the new moon and the full moon and just put that into the reading. I don't think I'm going to take it out. I do like the idea of these energies being within the deck and using that for my readings. The Wanderer. This is the other card. And here we are moving into the Cup suit. And these are a bit pippish, but there is still some symbology in here. It's not just moons like this. She does bring in other touches that make you think a little bit more. So here's the 5. I was going to say cups, but it's moons. 6 of moons. 7. I like that. See how simple this is? So it's simple enough for you to get the meaning if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith. And then just kind of ponder it a little bit. I like it. There are days when I just need a simple deck to work with, one that just allows me the chance to wander. And this deck is going to do it. The Page, I like this. It is so simple, so pretty. I really do like it. Knight of Moons. As a matter of fact, she's the one that I bought a bunch of little clip art from that I just print off and put into my journal. And I love how simple it is. I can even color it in from those pages. It's really pretty. Knight of Moons. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. Three of Swords, your typical, you know, swords through the heart. I like this one. The Four of Swords, there she is in meditation. I like it. Very nice. 5. And I like the way that she uses the stars in here to cause that movement or that disbursement of energy. This one, I was like, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. 9. And how good is that? I really like this. It's coming down on her. She's recognizing it, accepting it, you know, dealing with it. And here's the 10. Look at that. This one really is good. I really like this. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Queen. And here we are in the Pentacles suit. So the stars are the Pentacles. And I love how she just has the symbols just displayed on the hands as like a little tattoo. Look at that. She's handling the pentacles or the stars, but look at with such care there. Very pretty. That one is so, I like that one. Actually, my daughter looked at this last night and she says, I like this card a lot and it's really pretty. So now this is always going to remind me of my daughter. How special is that? 8 of Stars. 9. 10. Look at, oh, just two people just enjoying what's out there. Just so pretty. Page of Stars. I really do love the simplicity of this deck. This is really, really nice. Queen of Stars. King of Stars. Ace. 2 of Wands. Look at that. 3. I love the crystals in here because I love my crystals. So seeing this, look at how pretty that is. And it's simple enough for you to understand. 5 of Wands. Once you have your basic understanding of the Rider-Waite-Smith, you could even learn on this deck for your basic symbology. It would be easy enough to do that with 7. 8. 9. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. The weight of it, right? Page. Knight. Queen. And the King. Okay, that is our flip through. I really like it. I really like it. It's simple. You know, I've been saying to myself that lately, I really want something that's going to challenge me to learn. You know, I'm at the point where I don't want to really bend them yet. I don't know why. I really want to learn at this point, learn more systems, learn deeper symbology, but yet I was looking at my collection and I thought, you know what? I only have the regular Rider-Waite-Smith that I really don't work with. That was my learning deck, and I did work with that for several years. That's where I learned the tarot, and I worked with it for quite a few years. And then I reached out and I got just a couple of like RWS clones, just a few. And a few actually I put into my purgatory box because there was something or another with the deck that I just didn't agree with. But I wanted something, after saying that, I really wanted something that was going to teach me a little bit more. I was still looking, I had been looking for quite a while for just a black and white deck that wasn't like a shadow type deck or anything, just something really simple for me to keep available, for me to work with. Like I said, on days where I just don't want to think too much. And I do have those days where I just want to kind of be left alone. Leave me in my corner. Let me think a little bit. But don't let me think too much. God, you know, I sound like such a weirdo, right? But I have those days where I just kind of need space. And this kind of gives me that idea. Kind of like the Spacious Tarot, where it gives you the space to just kind of get inside the deck, just be within the deck. I feel like this has that same ability, but even simpler. So as you can see, I'm not a good shuffler, and I hurt my thumb, guys. I don't know what I did to it, but it is really messed up. It really hurts. So probably going to have to go see a doctor about that because it's not healing. So my shuffling is getting even worse than it already was, if you can imagine that. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and just pull a card. Nine of Stars, which is Pentacles. I'm going to take this off camera to read it so that I can actually read it for you because I won't be able to read at this distance. But I want you to see how it's set up. So she has one page where it's just a quick little description, an upright meaning, a reversed meaning, and then she gets into the artwork of the cards, which I think is wonderful. There are so many times when I have wondered, like, what does this artwork mean? What did it mean to, I mean, I can have my own interpretation of it, but I do like to know what the artist is thinking. And this gives you a pretty good detail of where her mind was when she made the card. So let me take this off camera for you so that I can read this to you. Nine of Stars. I am the card of self-sufficiency and independence. I am here to show you that you can and will succeed in all you set about building. Take care, as your drive for freedom may leave you lonely. Upright. Liberation, self-regulating, determined to succeed, CEO, self-reliant. Reversed. Codependency, solitude, unable to trust others, failure, fear, or loss. Now the artwork, it states, let me bring this up a little bit higher, maybe you can see it a little bit better, I'm not quite sure. Artwork description that she has for this deck. A hand covered in 8-star tattoos reaches out into the cosmos for that 9th star they want so very much. There is a sense of accomplishment in gathering all 9 stars together. The figure does not only look at the stars, but wears them. They have reached a level of independence where they are the stars. They are ready to indulge in all their well-deserved success. Let's do some deck pairings, and I'm doing this Dawn Michelle style. The cards on both sides, and then I'll put the oracle right in the middle. I'm trying to level up, guys. Got to learn from the people who do it very, very well. This is the dirt gems. Now, I thought, oh my goodness, it would look great against something that's dark and has these contrasting colors. And this is the dirt gem. I really like this deck. The dirt gems is one of my favorites. And it has that hand-drawn feeling, not as fine. The art is not as fine as the Wandering Moon Tarot. But nonetheless, I just feel like they would work together. And I think the energy, the overall energy of them, like this gets into the plant energy, and then you have these basics here with the basic meanings of the symbolism of the deck. And I kind of like this. I'm digging this. And then in some of these cards here, you have more of a black and white contrast as well. See it like that right there. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. I really like this together. Okay. Another deck that I thought, okay, maybe it'll work because it's just white and very light images. So I kind of placed it together upstairs and I thought, okay, that'll work. It's very like light altogether though, but it works. And I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the name of the deck. This is the Empty Cup Oracle by Stasha Barrington. And I think it works. I think it works. I like it. Maybe not as much as the dirt gems, but I think it can definitely work. Look at that. Okay. All right. I like it. It's good. And again, just the simplicity of both of them, I think they'll work together. So again, going back to color, but keeping it a little bit more muted, bringing in the roots and wings. So roots and wings, oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful deck. And I do like, just looking at this and knowing the roots and wings, I like the depth of the roots and wings along with the simplicity of the wandering moon. I think this is going to work really, really well because the roots and wings, for being this simple deck, it is a very, oh, I just love that. I love dandelions, so I think it's this, the depth of this deck along with the simplicity of this, I think it's going to pair off very well. And I love just the beautiful colors coming off the roots and wings, but it's still kind of muted. I like this one together. Next is the Seeds of Shakti Oracle. This is, oh, I really love this deck. I think maybe it's just like the overall theme of this deck that I love so much. I don't know, but the deck itself is extremely comfortable, and it's really, look at, it's so tiny, and it has that matte gilt edging on it. Ugh. And it is black and white. The deck on the back is black and white, has that beautiful mandala type of symbolism on the back. And it's simple enough, but bright enough where it can bring in a little bit of pop of color. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think this will definitely work. The Sacred Creators. And this is a mass market deck. You can find this anywhere, but it still has a lot of light within the deck. It's very simple. I think these will work very well together as well. And this deck, I don't know, you know, I think some people really like it and some people get into it. But, you know, this deck is set up like the tarot. It actually corresponds to the tarot. If you've read the guidebook, it really does. It is kind of the tarot, but in a different way that is, it's so simple, but I like this deck. Okay, and I have one more deck, so let me go ahead and put this stuff back. You know what? I'm going to flip it around a little bit so we have a little bit of a different perspective. And here I am just moving the camera around. Okay, so next is this deck right here, which is the Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle by Grounded by the Moon. And I thought, okay, this was actually the first deck that I thought of before I even had this deck in my hands, that I would use this together because this is black. And then, oh, look, I got the shiny, like iridescent type black edging on this one. I think it's called the Midnight Edition or something. And then with this beautiful silver iridescent type thing, I don't know. I think, you know what? It needs to look good to me. It needs to look pretty to me. That matters. I like this deck. It's simple, gets point across, and I do like the contrast in colors. This is more of a black base, and then you got the stark white over here. And the colors here, you know, they are kind of muted within this deck as well. So it's not too much of a contrast. So that's it. Those are my deck pairings for the Wandering Moon. I will leave all the links in the description box. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this walkthrough, and I'll let you know how it goes working with this deck, but I'm excited to use it, and I can definitely see when there are days where I will just be reaching for this deck and nothing else, because I just want to keep it simple, keep it light. I appreciate you guys coming in and watching the walkthrough of the Wandering Moon Tarot. I wish you nothing but peace, love, and joy. From my heart to yours, I will see you later.